starting 18.
Mad. Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another video for you guys today. Big up everybody that is locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. We're here for the next hour and a half to talk all things Chelsea. And I want to say, all right, let's not turn this into a Tammy slander session like it was yesterday, because yesterday was just peak. It got to the point we had half the group chat attacking us. It was a bit peak. So let's try and keep the Tammy slander to a minimum for this stream, even though we are going to have to delve into Tammy as well, because there has been a few more rumours that have developed over the last day. Big up everybody that has locked in again anyway. We've got nearly 150 of you guys in here. Smash the like and subscribe button. We're here to chat about all things around the Kounde deal. Loan deals out of the club. It's like an academy player is leaving every single day at this rate. And we're here to also discuss the potential rumours linking Tammy Abraham out of the club. But first up, big up everyone that's locked in as well. Fata, what are you telling me, bro? How's the last few days been?
Yeah, it's been good so far. Last few days, hearing this Kounde news a couple of hours ago. Kounde news come out again. Merida will hold talks to try and get the deal done. However, it's understood that Kurt Zouma is thought to be the one that giving serious consideration to refusing to leave for Sevilla, because Zouma wants to stay in London, so they're trying to talk something to deal up for Jules Kounde for sure.
Yeah, Mo as well. Actually, no, if you're still here. Actually, no, Mo ain't here. We'll come back to it. Josh, what are you telling me, bro?
What's up, guys? Yeah, happy Friday to everyone. Yeah, just some fantastic news that came out last night from Jan, and just counting the days now. Hopefully, it starts popping off any day here now.
Haaland news. I'm not saying anything until news pops up. I've seen a little tweet from I think David Fisher. I'll bring that up later on into the stream. But other than that, there's fuck all to chat about. Big up Chris to the donation, much appreciated as well, guys. If you want to donate and help the channel, much appreciated. Chris says, "Champions of Europe, we know what we are." Big up yourself, man. Always love that someone's gonna come with a reminder. Big up yourself, my guy. Winter Surfer, what are you telling me, bro?
Yeah, I'm just, enjoying this lovely summer weather.
Where are you at?
I'm in Stevenage, man. It is pissing it down. It's ridiculous.
Okay. I was thinking, what? Well, you got sun over there. Bring it over here, man.
Sorry, I needed to be more sarcastic when I said it. July 30th, and it looks like we're in the middle of autumn. Ridiculous. But yeah, I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Just trudging along. I think I'm just going to take it day by day with the transfer news and just let it flow.
Damn right. Some days you got a lot of news coming up. Some days you just have jack shit, really. There's a few topics here for today which we're going to go through, and then if anything I'll probably drop it to you guys. I'll open the link up to everyone. I'll get you guys to drop a few questions in, and we'll just talk all things Chelsea. Daniel is asking why have I got a stream at 8 o'clock. That's meant to be Shameless FC, but I think we're moving Shameless FC. That's going to get moved to tomorrow because we've got hella cancellations at the last minute, so we're not going to just rush with the show. I'm going to do it tomorrow, and I can get as many people in the panel as possible. There was one other question here too. I think I missed it. Where was it? That was it. Driv asking, can we have Haaland discussion? Bro, there's not much there. There's nothing else that we already know. I think the David Fisher tweet, where was that? He said, Haaland's asked to leave Dortmund this summer. This is the second time he asked for it. First time was 1 month ago. He feels like one more year in Dortmund is unnecessary, and he's very keen on a move to Chelsea. We know that he's asked to leave Dortmund. We know that him and Alfie Haaland have said that if there's a big enough bid, that Dortmund should accept. We know that Erling Haaland likes the project at Chelsea and he is interested in it. He's not forcing a move, but he is interested in a move. The only surprise in anything that I've read on that is that he thinks 1 more year in Dortmund is unnecessary. That's a different topic. I haven't heard him say that before. That's the only new thing to it, but I still don't think that there's a lot in that story anyway. It's just the same position that we've always been in.
And Jan said yesterday he expects his future to be sorted in the next 7 to 10 days. And he said Haaland's camp think Chelsea's attack is the best suit for Erling Haaland, and they expect him to make a move. I Jan's kind of the go-to guy on this for me, and so to hear at least next 7 to 10 days gives us at least a time frame. And then even Erling himself the other day saying, it kind of went unnoticed, but him saying there are a few problems in the squad at Dortmund. And he didn't really elaborate on that, but him just saying there's a little bit of a problem, but we'll see what happens. Like him saying that was kind of a little eye opener to everybody as well. But it was nice to hear the Haaland camp want him to come to Chelsea. They think that's the project for him, and that there's an actual time frame of 7 to 10 days, which makes sense because that puts it ahead of the Super Cup, and sort of gives us a time frame to get of when that decision could be made. I thought that those were some positive things that we hadn't heard yet.
Yeah, things look slightly positive. The 7 to 10 days things also sounds good too, because it leaves a deadline. It makes us think that, all right, cool, if we haven't done it in 10 days, then there has to be serious questions to ask. But I think that's also, it's a bit vague, because I think for us, if the deal hadn't progressed in 7 to 10 days, we'd be asking questions too. In 10 days, it's XOFC's put up here, perfect, August 6th to August 10th. In 10 days, we're a day off the Super Cup. If we're a day before the Super Cup and this deal hasn't progressed, then everyone should be panicking at that point. I wouldn't blame people for either complaining or just thinking the deal isn't going to happen, because now the season's about to start. Would Borussia Dortmund sell if the season's about to start? Hell, the only reason why I think they potentially still could is because Marlon's come into the door. But even then, I think it gets a lot more unlikely after the season started. We should get this deal done before then.
Yeah.
Big up Rodrigo as well with the donation. Much appreciated, my guy, saying, I told people Lukaku is a prideful guy and wouldn't join us as he feels like he's second choice. It looks like he rejected our approaches about Kounde. I don't think him rejecting us had anything to do with him being second choice, because I think his stance hasn't really changed. Not throughout the summer. Like I've said, we could test the waters by putting a bid in, but we haven't done that. So nothing's really changed in the Lukaku situation. He said he wants to stay at Inter Milan. He said he's happy there, and that's it. In the last 2 months, it's been the same stance. So I don't know if it's a pride thing. I just think he's happy to stay at Inter Milan. He feels loved there, and he doesn't want to move, and it's a shame, but it is what it is. He's happy.
Lewis, you're exactly right. We haven't bid it, so we've not even tested his resolve properly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? How can we give him an option that he wants to come with us? We've not even put in a bid.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to say. Of course he's going to say he's happy there, because we haven't shown that we're willing to pay for him or bid for him.
We've just inquired, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. We've done like with Hakimi, haven't we? We've done. Yeah.
I think he's also just being professional at the end of the day. He's got a contract at the club. Why do you need to rattle anything? Yeah. If a club isn't making the stance they need to, because last time that he did this, you got to remember, Chelsea didn't make the moves necessary to actually make sure that he comes to Chelsea. Instead, he ended up at Man United. So I think from experience-wise, he's doing the right thing by himself by not opening his mouth too soon and saying, I want to do this, I want to do that. He's saying, I'm going to honor my contract and I'm happy at Inter, which he should be, because he's done incredibly well there.
Yeah, the only other reason I heard that I would understand was, him saying that he didn't really like the English media as well, and the way they villainized him while he was in England. That I could understand. So if that's a parting reason for it too, it is what it is. But Lukaku's stance hasn't changed. He said he wanted to stay in Italy. He still wants to stay in Italy. I did feel like if we put in a serious bid, maybe we could change Inter Milan's mind. And I feel like if Lukaku came back to any Premier League side, it would probably be Chelsea. But it's not going to happen now. So it is what it is. You said it looks like he rejected our approaches about Kounde. Who do you mean, Lukaku, or do you mean Sevilla?
No, he's just doubting and whether this Kounde deal is going to happen or not. I think that's
the Kounde deal will get done, guys. Whether it's a cash deal or cash plus player deal, they'll get that deal done. It's probably very close to being done anyway. There's no if Zouma doesn't want to go, they'll just pay cash for him. It's not
especially if you have personal terms agreed already with the player. It's
Fabrizio said he's buzzing to come to Chelsea, so they'll get that deal done. I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah, negotiations have progressed really well. Like, the player wants to join. There's regular talks between Sevilla and Chelsea. The majority is positive. It's just the final fee. But that's what negotiations are always about. It's about what the final fee is going to be.
People also are comparing it to this Hakimi deal. But with Hakimi, you guys have to remember, we didn't even agree personal terms with the player. That's the whole point. Like, if we didn't agree personal terms with the player, no deal moves. It doesn't matter.
Plus, his wife wanted to move to Paris anyway.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry too much. Like, if you're panicking already about the Kounde deal, then that's why I'm like, bro, chill, have a drink, relax, go outside, come back in 24 hours and see if there's any different news. Don't worry too much about the Kounde deal. Things are progressing really positively for us. The only problem is what happens with Kurt Zouma. Because Kurt Zouma looks like he wants to stay in England, but West Ham are offering some bullshit 20 million fee. Like, this guy hasn't won everything there is to win in English football. Like, he wouldn't be the best centre-back at their club. Like, we say he isn't good enough for us, and he doesn't fit Tuchel's style of play. Fair enough. He definitely suits West Ham. He'd play a lot better in West Ham's squad. He'd probably be a lot more rated at West Ham as well than he is rated now at Chelsea.
He'd be their best centre-back right away.
Definitely. What? Is this the first you're hearing about this?
Yeah, first time.
Yeah. West Ham are interested in Kurt Zouma. Zouma wants to stay in London as well. It's just Chelsea wants about 30 million for him, or somewhere around that, and West Ham are only offering 20 million right now.
Yeah.
It's like 20 million is nowhere near enough.
You saying that he's going to downgrade himself into the West Ham team instead of adding to his catalog, go play for Spain, Sevilla, and that can challenge for its half, then play UCL football.
No, I hear what you're saying, but it's not just about where the club's at too. It's about how settled the player is. He's got a life in London. You don't want to leave it. So he'd rather stay at West Ham, and maybe it's the case as well that Kurt Zouma's won everything there is to win. He's won the Premier League, he's won the Champions League, he's won the League Cup. I don't think he's won the FA Cup, but domestic trophies in it. You win one, you basically won them both.
Yeah. Man's won everything already.
Yeah, so to go to West Ham United, like, it is a step down for him. It's not going to be as competitive as West Ham as Sevilla is, but he wants to stay in London. He just wants to keep his life there, and also it'll probably be better suited for him as well financially with the Premier League money. Probably get better wages there than he would at Sevilla. So I could see it happening anyways. The only thing is they just have to sort out the transfer fee. Like, I'll ask you guys the questions. What do you think Kurt Zouma's worth in this day?
25 for me.
Just 25. I feel like we could get a bit more for him still.
I mean, you might be if a team is
at least
desperately in need of a centre back.
More than that, he's a Champions League winner. More than that, at least 40 max.
How long does he have in his contract left?
I think 2 years.
I think
he's got 2 years left on his contract.
30, 35 mil, I'd say, somewhere there.
Yeah, that's around it for me too.
I'd say 35 on the high end, 25 to 35. I think if you get anywhere from 25 to 35, it would be a win for the club. I don't put too much in. I know what you're saying, Father, but I don't put too much into him being a Champions League winner. It's not. He was sort of a bit part player, and that's like he was the head center back in the Champions League winning team. But you could try to English tax him and get an extra 5 or so out of him. But I think they would. If West Ham are offering 20, you could probably get him to 30 if they really wanted him.
Yeah, it all depends on Sevilla as well. Because Sevilla's stance on Kurt Zouma is a bit confusing. They sound like they prefer cash only, but I also think if we were to put like around 45 to 50 million euros and then include Kurt Zouma in the deal as well, we'd be able to get them both across the line. But then it's also the question of, is that valuation enough for Chelsea?
Yeah, I mean, I think Sevilla would take him for sure.
Big up Igal in the comment section, Mike.
For me, it's like if you get anything under his release clause of 80 is a win. So whatever the cash plus player evaluation ends up being, if it's less than 80, it's a win for the club. But yeah, I mean, I could see if he doesn't want to go to Sevilla, I could see them selling him to a Premier League club for 30.
Yeah, we've been talking about West Ham so much. We forget Spurs had interest. We forget Everton had interest as well. Is there any other Premier League clubs that we heard were interested in them?
You could probably squeeze Spurs for more money if they don't get their target. They don't get Romero from Atalanta. You could probably squeeze 30, 35 out of them. Yeah.
I think
big up
Arsenal sorted.
Go on. You
I
think
think
what?
Arsenal sorted. I think Spurs is the team I would say is probably the most likeliest, and that would be willing to pay the money because the money that they are being quoted for Romero is quite high.
How much is Romero going for? Because I know they're the only team interested.
I think
in him
55 is what they're wanting.
Yeah.
And I think Spurs are hesitant to pay the 55. But if they're willing to pay 55 for Romero, I guarantee we could get 30, 35 out of them for Zouma.
Yeah.
Yeah, big up Rodrigo as well, saying we're now interested FC. A bid is imminent FC. I don't blame you for feeling that way because we still only brought in Bettinelli through the door. But we've said it for months. You need patience because that's all that we have right now. If it's not patience, then it is literally just negativity and just frustration and just bad vibes.
When it comes to Chelsea transfers, no news is better than all kinds of news for me. So the all kinds of news that I'm talking about is players you're being linked with all this time. That obviously the Haaland one is an exception. That one is just completely gone like bonkers for ages, anyways, which is to be expected. But besides that, when you're linked with players that are terrible or not of the quality that you need, or it doesn't address the actual immediate problems you have in your squad, I think that's more worrying for me as a fan than, say, for example, me being linked with players that are difficult to get a hold of, but would actually address big-ass problems in our squad. And I think that, for me, is why I'm being so patient. I'd rather assign the right players than just be linked and end up getting through the door players that aren't addressing what we want them to address.
Yeah, this is the thing. That's why it's not a 2017 window just yet, because in 2017 we were linked with fucking everybody. We demanded that we get a striker, a left wing back, a right wing back, a midfielder into the squad, regardless of what quality it was. Now it's like we're getting top quality or we're not getting it. It's Erling Haaland, it's Romelu Lukaku, or it's maybe Danny Ings, which, to be honest, if it was Danny Ings, that does feel a lot like 2017. It's Rice or Chouameni or Kamara, and it's Jules Kounde, but we're not going for anybody else. And that's the way it should be. Get our targets, don't get no silly little plan Bs, and we run with it. Just keep moving.
Just to let you know, also, Haaland is starting for Dortmund in the friendly.
Oh, fucking hell. They want him to get in so they can keep him.
The price goes, so that no one will bid for him. Yeah, but that's fine. He's going to get some game fitness, some match fitness. He'll probably play a half. I mean, I've come completely at peace right now with this window. I've had to talk myself into it, but I feel Rodrigo. I've been there before, but I'm just like, I'm just gonna let it play out. Listen into the right sources. Just let it sort of work itself out. I'm completely at peace with it. We're not panicking yet. We haven't moved on to other targets. We're not linked with anybody else. It's like, just sort of let it happen. Let it play out. It'll work itself out.
Exactly. Like, I know that it's very frustrating and we're not hearing a lot of news out of nowhere, but everyone said Chelsea moves in silence. We're seeing that here with the Kounde deal. We knew that there was interest in Kounde, but it didn't really go anywhere further than that until a week ago. And then it's now been known that Chelsea have been interested in him for years, allegedly. That we've been monitoring him for the last few weeks and we were ready to drop a bid anyway.
Yeah,
we never knew that because we moved in silence.
So when it comes to also the centre-back situation, like with Kounde and stuff, the reason why it didn't really surprise me that we ended up doing what we'd done behind the scenes is because at the end of the day, when you think about it, for a couple of transfer windows now, we have been linked with centre-backs. And Thiago Silva wasn't necessarily a long-term sort of solution to problems we've got. It was always about a stopgap for us to go get the players that we need to go get. So Kounde, for me, didn't really surprise me. I think what was most surprising is the fact that...
The mini Varane.
Say again?
The mini Varane, yeah. Kounde.
Mini Varane? That's clear of Varane.
I don't know. I think, see, like, I don't see them even as the same type of players. It's really weird, man. Like, it's... But the comparisons will happen here because that's the way our league is. That's how Twitter moves nowadays and everything. Like, everything's about comparing players rather than just seeing players for the individuals they are and judging them based on the ability that they provide to a team, etc.
Who are they comparing? I'm sorry, I missed that. Well,
they keep comparing different centre backs. So Kounate, Kounde, Varane, all these new signings are just being compared, and people look and they start saying, this one is better than the other. This one got skinned by Man City, blah blah blah. It's all kinds of madness in it. Like you can imagine, it's just people trying
let's remember, a couple of days ago, Tuchel said that he wanted the last centre back.
A left centre back, did he say?
The last centre back, a couple of days ago.
Okay.
So
what Rudiger's position basically?
Yes.
So that Tuchel.
Yeah, a couple of days ago, Tuchel. It was reported by Ziyech and Hazard.
No, I mean, with Kounde and Zouma leaving, we need depth for left centre back anyway, because that's where he usually.
That's what I would have thought it would be. Maybe it's that.
But I think Kounde can play anywhere in that back.
He's 2-footed.
He can mainly be brought in for right centre back, but we also spoke yesterday about how he can play in the middle, and now we're hearing Tuchel wants depth for left centre back. He can play anywhere in that position.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think he can. He's
2-footed.
He's a 2-footed player, so it's like it's not like he's going to be. He might be more comfortable on the right, but he could play left in a depth need or something like that, or an injury if Rudiger gets hurt or something. But yeah, I mean, I'm not worried. Kounde, I think it's going to be fantastic.
Jake, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I am going Chelsea v Spurs. I'm not going to the Arsenal one because the pussies don't want to bring away fans into the ground. I'm going Chelsea Spurs.
There's no Arsenal fans at the game?
No, there's home fans, but that's it. So
only home fans, yeah. Away fans not allowed.
There'll be Chelsea fans. It's just amongst the Arsenal fans, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, bastards can find me a spare ticket if they could. Appreciate that. What was it? Yeah. Kurt Zouma. Oh, wait, one sec. Yes, Dag, what are you telling me, bro? If he's coming in.
It's at the bridge, right? It is at the bridge, the Arsenal game?
No. Arsenal game's at the Emirates.
Is it at the Emirates?
Spurs at the bridge, and then the North London derby's at Shite Hart Lane.
Okay.
What are you guys thinking about Kurt Zouma, though? Do you think he goes to Sevilla, or do you guys think he stays in London? Because it sounded like he would go either way. I think he just needs to warm up to the Sevilla deal first.
Yeah.
It's just come out of left field.
I think
I would love to see him stay in London for sure. I mean, like you said, he's got a life in London, and he already won everything. So if he wants to stay, might as well stay in London club, as long as it's not Spurs. So West Ham, either West Ham, maybe Arsenal, probably the proverbial destination for him.
I think personally, for me, like if you want to rejuvenate your career and get yourself back to the levels that you want to be, then go to Sevilla. I think if players like Mangala and like so many other players that have left the Premier League have gone on to do good things at the Spanish league. So for me, it would make most sense if Zouma actually just kind of went to Seville, not because I'm afraid of him going to any rivals or whatever, but rather for his own career. I do think that Seville would be the right place for him. He would be a big player there. He wouldn't come in as someone that is off the bench or anything like that. He'd be straight slotted into the first team, and I do think that league in particular would benefit from a player like him. And I do think that because it's so technical and what will be required of him in terms of a centre back will be so demanding from playing with the ball and stuff, it might actually benefit his game even further, because this will be a club that will be not necessarily competing at the levels of Chelsea, but will be a club that is willing to do that with him relatively to the risk that they will be willing to take with a player like that. So, and he's also cheap. He's not coming in at really expensive amounts. They can reinvest their money, the extra amount that they make, they can reinvest into another position. They compete. I believe they're in the Champions League. Are they in the Champions League? Or am I making that shit up?
Sevilla,
yeah. They are in the Champions League.
I think they are. I'll have a quick check. Just let me send Jem the link quick. Cool. Yeah, let me check La Liga's table last season. Yeah, or maybe someone will tell us in the comment section before I even get there.
Yeah.
No, they finished fourth.
Yeah, I think it's probably kind of just a coin flip on whether he wants to go or not. He just has to warm up to the idea of playing in Spain. And if he doesn't, it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal.
But Krusty has mustache? No way.
Christensen has a must.
What do you mean, Krusty? Say his name correctly.
Christensen, God's sakes.
Christiansen.
Why do I think about
I'm
Jeff
telling you,
It's Mr. Krusty. It's Mr. Krusty to you, okay? It's Mr. Krusty.
Krusty.
Just say
Krusty of Lil Rod.
It's a mustache if you want to call it that.
AC for a mustache.
It's a crustache.
Mustache.
It's a crustache.
Yeah.
It's a crustache, yeah. It's a crustache.
Christensen as a Tash. Fair enough. You know what he's also going to have? He's going to have a Ballon d'Or soon.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. Everyone's saying Varane's come in and become the best centre-back in the league. Who's this washed guy?
I feel like
What are you telling me?
Not bad, man. I'm at my missus' house at the moment, so I thought I'd come on.
Yeah, background seems a bit different.
Yeah, I know. I'm at our house at the moment. I've got a stream at 4, and so I thought I'd pop in, see what's going on, what's happening, guys.
your favorite player returned to the Cobham today.
Krusty gonna win the Ballon d'Or, isn't it? The mustache. With the mustache.
You've been quiet, mate, and then all of a sudden you popped out the blue, and the first thing you come and say to me is Krusty, yeah? Leave me now, man.
Say his name correctly, man. It is Christensen.
Krusty the
Andreas Boptula Christensen.
Christensen gonna win the Ballon d'Or though with the mustache.
Yeah, man, it's coming.
How old is Christensen? Huh?
25.
25?
Getting old, man. He's going to be
His
retired.
mustache is 13.
Come on.
What's the mustache, Lewis? What's the mustache?
No, we don't need a Tash. We have a Champions League. I prefer no facial hair too. Dag's internet is moving mad. But yeah, we've just been talking about the Kounde and Zouma links and everything, and West Ham being stingy and wanting to pay 20 million for him. My question, like, I've been throwing it to the panel as well. Is Kurt Zouma's known desire to stay in London going to make negotiations harder for us with West Ham? Because they know that the guy wants to stay in London now, and they know that he doesn't necessarily want to go to Sevilla, and that we have to get rid of him too. And that's going to give him a bit more leverage.
We don't know whether he wants to or not to go to Seville. That's not been confirmed yet, is it? We've been told that presumably he wants to go to West Ham, but we don't know that yet. We don't know what's going on. So, look, this is the problem with trying to do a player swap deal, right? Because even though the money can be agreed, you got to get the player to agree.
Yeah.
You know, go on, Lewis. Read your chat, mate. Before I keep going.
Oh shit! Big up Artem with the donation, much appreciated, my guy. Love saying transfer window was better without social media. You had to just sit there and wait for the news with actual transfer info. Nowadays, fans believe every single story that comes out on social media. Yeah. You know what? You're onto something there, because really and truly, all we had was journalists and Sky Sports News back in the day.
Yeah.
Now everybody's a journalist. Yeah. Everybody has a story. Everybody has sources, but at the very least, it means that we always have something to talk about on streams. So
yeah.
I ain't gonna complain.
All I used to do back in the days, just refresh Sky until I saw a yellow box. It was just refresh, look for that yellow box. Also saying, big up yourself as well, my G. The Haaland to Chelsea saga reminds me so much of the time we were going to sign John Stones from Everton. We were reluctant to meet their 50 million valuation. No, but the difference is with that one, I think we gave them an opening offer that was apparently so insulting to Everton that Roberto Martinez was like, "No, we're not selling to you." That was Martinez being a prick. That was all Martinez being a prick. That whole
but I swear we gave some stupid offer like 20 or 25 million.
The Haaland saga is more like the Havertz saga for me.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah, it's much more. Like, we know what they want, and it's steep. Actually, no, it's a bit less. Because with Kai Havertz, it was initially 130 million for him, and we pulled that down to 72.
It might have the same process at the end of it, because it might be that if it comes out and we do get him, it might be that we bidded 2 weeks ago and it was agreed, and it was just about the announcement that delayed it. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? So it might have the same sort of Havertz stench in that way, because with Havertz last year, after it was officially announced, it was then told that Chelsea had actually agreed everything a week and a half before this. Do you know what I mean? So it could be the same sort of way.
Yeah,
but that also builds into what Artem was saying, because we probably heard a lot of bullshit rumors around the Kai Havertz deal last year too.
But no one said the reason why it's different is because we signed about 4 players before that, and everyone was on a rush. Where we just signed a backup goalkeeper, and everyone's like, "Oh, why haven't we signed him? Why haven't we signed him?" It's like you're only going to get 2 or 3 transfers this summer, at most, and it's like it's just everyone's just waiting for it to happen. And also, last year was a bit of a freak because we had all those games as well. So we had those distractions.
Yeah, so we were still playing during the window
still
last
playing
year.
Still playing a bit into August, weren't we? So
are we still confident that we're getting?
I think he was going to say Haaland. Right, there we go.
Haaland.
He said Haaland.
Did I say Haaland or Havertz? What did I say?
No, you just said Hart and then cut, so we thought it meant Haaland.
Oh, right, Haaland, yeah. Haaland, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm confident of it. Like, there's a few guys in the comment section that aren't confident anymore, and I don't blame them because of how long it's taken, but I still think that there's an opportunity we can get this deal through. As long as it's done before the Super Cup, I have confidence.
I'm at 98% right now. I'm almost positive it happens.
Gosh, you sound like Johnny.
Yeah. I know. Sadiq did a late night stream last night, and just talking with Feroz and some of those guys. And just read it, put in the pieces together, the stuff that Jan is reporting, and now kind of some of the stuff Haaland is even saying himself. It's like we're not targeting anybody else. I just think there's no chance that it doesn't happen.
There's always a chance it couldn't happen, Josh. Never say never, mate.
No, there's a chance. That's why I'm at 98%. I think everybody involved wants it, and I know Dortmund. They cannot say no if the bid is placed. If the money is right, they will not say no. They have shareholders to answer to. They'll have to take that money.
They don't want to sell him, but they will sell him if they get the right fee. And that's the thing. It's all about if the fee comes in, which is why I'm saying patience, because we can't predict anything. We can't assume anything until a bid drops. Until a bid drops, we're literally in limbo.
We haven't
dropped a single bid yet. As soon as a bid gets dropped, what do you mean?
Yeah. How do we know that they haven't told us that we've officially, announced a bid, but Chelsea themselves might be well past that. It might, like I keep saying, Chad, this bid that we're supposedly waiting for might have already been done. Might be past that.
You know what? I agree with you on that because, I've had this idea as well that we've had a verbal agreement with Borussia Dortmund, not like an official agreement or anything like that, but we verbally agreed on a fee, and Borussia Dortmund don't want it announced yet because if they do, then every replacement they go for, the price tag is going to go up. They've already got Marlon in. They're apparently looking at Chiesa. They're looking at Berardi as well. I feel like they're going to go and get their options in now, and then they're going to accept the Haaland bid, and then you're going to see it go through, and then we'll find out it was actually done weeks in advance.
Yeah, if you see a story in the next week, if you see a story in the next week that Dortmund are targeting a player, it's done. It's done. If there's a story that comes out in the next week that Dortmund are looking at a certain player, a striker, it's done.
Man, Artem's taking a piss.
Artem saying from tracking Roman's yacht and plane to allegedly talking to Alfie's neighbour on Twitter. The first for this transfer has been real. Relax, people. But this is also, when you said the negatives of social media, this is the positives of social media because we're capable of doing shit like this. There ain't even a first club that's done this. I think Liverpool were tracking Virgil van Dijk's van or something like that when he was going to Liverpool. I think there was stuff with Coutinho and that deal was happening. There's a few more in the top of my head that I can't remember. I know Arsenal have a habit of tracking planes all the time. Liverpool as well. They're key for it.
You might be too young to remember this. When we were buying Torres, Sky reported that he was on his helicopter on the way down to London. Half an hour later, there was a picture of him. There was a picture of him coming out of the Liverpool dressing room. So people were tracking.
So what did Arsenal have to do to track Willian transfer? Like track an Uber or something?
Uber Eats. They had to track Uber Eats.
Man, who was tracking that one?
What the hell, bro?
It sounds like he's going to be gone in the next couple of days.
Madness, bro.
Yeah, I swear this guy wanted to stay in London.
Yeah,
if you were going to cut after a year, you might as well have signed the 2-year deal. I mean, thank God you didn't.
He must be getting it. Isn't it Saudi Arabia club that's in?
Yeah, but I heard that rumor was just fake. But he is looking to leave, is what they said.
That Alfie neighbour thing's true because I was in it yesterday as well.
Apparently the open training session.
Oh, what was he saying?
Has been delayed.
Yeah, it's been postponed to August the 18th. Bertram's saying potential Erling Haaland deal before that. Do you think it's been moved for the Erling Haaland deal, or do you think that's just coincidental?
It could. It's possible.
I feel like we're clutching at straws a bit if we think it's got something to do with the Haaland deal.
This deal has to be done by next week. I'll keep saying it to you. By next week, we've got to hear some sort of movement. You still got to have a medical as well. If it does go through, it has to be next week for me. There has to be some.
I want him to come out with the Champions League trophy in the Spurs friendly, just to rub it in their face a bit more. That's
imagine how you reveal Erling Haaland who walks out with the Champions League trophy.
Yeah, in the Champions League. Right?
I'm signing for the Champions League winner.
Imagine he does a Werner,
in the black and yellow kit as well. Yeah, walking around in it.
Yeah, exactly. So these colours feel natural.
Yeah.
It's all good.
He's gonna come and he's gonna be like.
Don't worry, I'm still wearing yellow.
League, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is a possibility. Like if they know he's coming and they want him to be unveiled in front of the fans, then it's possible that they could have done that for that reason. I mean, other than the fact that maybe the pitch isn't ready yet, but
it should be by August 4th. Because we're at home to Spurs, aren't we? So
yeah. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Why is it clutching?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, he is just clutching at straws.
No, I think his comment about would he deal be done.
Oh right.
Yeah, no, I said we clutching at straws, saying was the training session being moved for Haaland. But
so it's a coincidence.
Think of it like this, right? If we don't get Haaland, we are 100% are getting a striker. So the fact that you don't see Chelsea making any other movements or talking about any other movements tells me that
it's going to be Danny Ings.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
It's not Haaland, it's Ings. It's because I don't think Lukaku's moving anymore.
We would have found out if Chelsea were talking to Ings, surely. we would. By now.
No, but that's the thing. I don't think anyone's moving for Ings right now, so we can afford to just chill and let him wait. He's got a year left on his contract.
How much is he? Or is he? What's the deal with him at the moment?
I don't even think a price tag has been put on his head just yet, but I think 20 to 30, not 20, around 30 mil I think would get him.
No,
how old is he now?
28.
28, he's got a year left on his contract and 2 ACL injuries.
I would keep Tappy at that point. I'm not spending 30 million on Danny Ings, dude.
But the ACL stuff is, I know he's had him, but he has been fairly injury free.
Yeah, but if you keep him fit and he gets the chance that Werner had last season,
he will bury them.
No, he answers your problem, which is scoring goals.
Keep him fit, but if Tammy goes and he comes in, he's our only real striker.
I'd back him to score more goals.
But I'm talking about if he's our only striker, we're running him until he has his third ACL injury.
Yeah, that's mad. Yeah, that'd be mad.
I don't think Chelsea are that stupid to just bring Danny Ings for all 4 competitions. Let's be serious.
I agree.
Unless they think.
But that's what I'm thinking. It's Haaland and Ings. We go for both.
I'd love that. That's what I want. I want.
Karan saying, do you think it's worth Chelsea making a move for Jules Kounde? I can't see how he gets in ahead of Silva, Rudiger, or as the replacement.
Last name.
You're just gonna ignore Christensen like that too.
Right? Forget him.
They're taking their piss.
He's not even in.
He'll come straight in over Azpilicueta.
I just said who? Who's that guy? Can't be asked.
Dave's ahead of him. This guy, Karan's got Dave.
But yeah, like we're getting rid of Zouma, who I think is our weakest centre back. And we're upgrading massively in Jules Kounde. Like our centre backs are already all quality. Now we're making it even more better.
Yeah,
but it's a difference with Kounde.
In our defense at that point.
Kounde gives you something more than I don't think any of the others can give you, and that's the versatility of it. Because he can play left centre back, he can play centre back, he can play right back, he can play right centre back. The guy can even play a DM role. If we had Kante injured, he is that good with the ball. He's progressing with the ball and moving the ball that I reckon he could just sit in front of the defence as well.
Yep.
He gives us.
He's the only center back we have that can play across the back line, the whole back line.
Yeah.
I'm surprised with that because I swear Tuchel said a few months ago that Thiago Silva could.
Yeah, but he doesn't. I mean, but.
Not with his legs. He's not going to be able to do that now,
it's better he doesn't.
That's okay. It might just be more of a one-game thing. We could put Thiago there if we had to.
Yeah. In his day, he probably could for sure. Right now, he's perfect in the middle center back spot.
No one's saying Zuma's weak. I said he's the weakest defender that we have in terms of ability, not in terms of strength. In terms of pure physical ability, he's probably the strongest. But in terms of technical ability, he's the weakest.
In this system, he's weak. Let's be serious. This is not his strengths. That is all it is.
I think 3 at the back. He's far too exposed.
Yeah, but that's because technically he hasn't really got it all that, which is why I was saying he's the weakest technically.
In our back
Because
three,
we're in a
you have to
system
be able
that
to
you have
play
to be
both.
technical.
I think it's just about the intelligence of knowing where you're positionally meant to be and how to read the game. And I think he just reads it wrong when he's 3 at the back. He doesn't read it in the same way he's supposed to. And when he's 2 at the back, I think he's far more intelligent in understanding what he's asked of him. So it might just come down to familiarity more than anything. That's why even for me, Christensen is someone that I'm unsure about when it comes to just playing with 2 centre backs.
Yes, bro.
But it's not to say that he's shit. Like, I don't think he's shit. I just think that sometimes his attributes doesn't best
Just say he's
shine
crusty, man. Just say he's crusty. He's just not sure. He's a bit crusty.
What attributes again?
Playing in a
Oh,
back
don't
four.
start him off. Here he goes.
No, I'm
The one
just
where he-
asking. I'm just asking. What
The
attributes?
one where he kissed Mane's ass when he played for us back. You know, and got
Fuck
sent
yeah.
What, the
off.
one where he,
This
the one where
guy's
he
not even-
saved us from going 1-0 down, and then cap attacks came into effect.
Oh, here we go.
Big up Uyi again saying the reason I'm confident Chelsea will get Erling Haaland is because it will be unheard of if the champions of Europe fail to make a marquee signing to fight for the league. Also, Tuchel hasn't got a reward signing yet. That's a fair way of thinking. He hasn't got a reward signing. But go on.
Can I just say, a great super chat. Liverpool won it in 19 and didn't make a marquee signing. It's great.
Do you know what was
They
Yeah.
didn't actually.
No, they didn't make it. Yeah.
You know what
No,
was
they
beautiful
didn't.
watching yesterday? Van Dijk skidding
we
around
should
on his
do.
knees
We should
already.
do, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, man, I can actually run Christensen over Van Dijk prop this season.
Yeah, he was sliding around on his knees, wasn't he, yesterday?
I love how
Yeah.
people try to act like before Van Dijk got hurt, Liverpool weren't still leaking goals like crazy, even with Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Like in the last month before he got injured, they were leaking goals like
He was
crazy.
in the 7-2 game against Villa. He was in the 7-2 game.
It's not like they were perfect and then he got hurt and then they started leaking goals. Like before that, they were still leaking goals like crazy, and then he got hurt. So it is what it is. But
yeah, it's gonna be a rough year for Van Dijk and Liverpool fans who think that he's gonna come back and hit the ground running. He could be a brilliant centre back next season once he's like fully got off that ACL injury. But right now, he's at the stage where he has to trust his body again, and he's not gonna have any confidence in his legs. And you're gonna see that in his play. He's gonna be a different Virgil van Dijk this season, but. It is what it is. Man's getting spun by Timo Werner at Anfield. Let's go.
we have the next Van Dijk Umbiamba, okay?
No, wait, get it right, Lewis. He's not getting spun by Timo Werner. He's getting done by Haaland, bro. That's what's happening. Yeah,
No, spun by Timo Werner and just flat out bodied by Haaland. It's like bad cop with him. He's just gonna get.
You know what? On a serious level, if we pull this Haaland deal off, it still hasn't like sunk in my head the talent that we've got in the final third. We've got Havertz, Haaland, Werner, Pulisic, Ziyech, Mount, Callum Hudson-Odoi. Like, what the? Look at the youngsters that we got. The ability that we have is just endless, mate.
Please finish.
The Ziyech to Milan stuff is picking back up a little bit today. I read a few different things.
Yeah, they said the last time we heard it that they were going to leave the deal and then come back to it later in the window. So that kind of makes sense too. But I feel like they want a loan. I don't think they're going to
want a loan with option to buy.
Yeah, Chelsea are just going to be like, nah, get out of here.
Yeah.
They want money if they sell Ziyech. They're not going to want him to go on loan. Not unless we get another winger as well.
Like Eden Hazard.
Yeah, because if we get rid of him, it's just two. Oh, I wish. But it is what it is. If we
Stop
even
with
got
this
six,
Hazard thing, man. Please stop. Please.
I want him back, man.
Eden.
Yeah, I want him back, man. Even though, like,
when it comes to Eden Hazard, I've got the biggest. It's the thing. Like, I'm like you. I want him back, but at the same time, it's one of them ones where if you bring him back and he's just not the same. He's just not the same, is he? It just ruins that image that we had of him when he left Chelsea and he'd beaten Arsenal in Baku in the way he did and exit. You know, it's a bit like the Drogba story. Drogba left and then he come back later on, didn't he? But to be fair, Drogba actually was alright when he come back.
But like, Drogba had the role that I would kind of want Hazard to have, where it's like you're not a starter, you're there for the dressing room, and if you get better, like we can give you the odd game here and there, and that would be best for him too to get back to his best. but we'd also need like a cheaper transfer fee, and we need him to take a massive pay cut. So it's like not really that feasible. But I hear what you're saying as well, because the second leg against Chelsea, Real Madrid, that was not Eden. And the worst part is he covered the most distance out of every Real Madrid player on the pitch that night. But he just wasn't. It was not the Eden Hazard we knew. All he did was just hold the ball off and release it. He had no confidence.
It's not the same.
It was all the injuries. But appreciate the donation anyway, man. We're all confident Haaland's coming anyway. Like, the rumours have been way too strong for us.
And Kounde, bro. Don't forget Kounde as well.
Kounde's going to be done first, in my opinion, way before that. Big up Karan saying, do you think Tuchel will pick a near full-strength team for the Arsenal game on Sunday and the Spurs game next Wednesday? Hell no, bro. Like, I would love to see that, but we've had the most players at the Euros compared to any team in Europe. We've got Christensen, Azpilicueta just come into training. We've got the English and the Italian players still yet to come back into training. We've had the French players who are only just in training now, and the German players too. So very unlikely you see a full-strength team. Even if you get a half-strength team, I'd be surprised.
Yeah. Even for the Super Cup, I think it'll be a half-strength team.
Super Cup, you'll see a few more players back by then.
I think we'll see more of them probably the second half against Spurs than against anything against Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal, you'll probably see Arsenal, you see a similar team to the Bournemouth game, in my opinion.
No question.
Tammy gets an audition at the Emirates as well. Also, you can't really do much worse than the last game anyway.
I've got to shoot anyway, yeah? I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Let's, bro. Appreciate it. Everyone, GNA TV, check it out, bro, guys.
See you later, bro. Take care, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually, speaking of Tammy as well, there was rumours that Chelsea are preparing to slash their initial 40 million asking price for Tammy Abraham. That came from David Wright, I think his name was. I saw it on Absolute Chelsea. And I understand slashing it now, but remember when I was saying that if the transfer came in later on if we started a bidding war later on into the transfer window, we could probably accommodate more money for Tammy. Yeah. Do you feel it's the case of that's going to happen if we rush selling Tammy now? And we don't need to do that because we have to get Erling Haaland in first. So I don't necessarily think we have to slash Tammy Abraham's asking fee anyway, because I think a few more clubs come in for him towards the end of the transfer window. Let's just be patient and don't try and throw him out immediately. We don't need to do that. Not yet. Tammy wants to leave. His agents and everyone knows he wants to leave, and they're trying to orchestrate a move. There's clubs that are interested in him. Just don't rush it. Just hold it for a week or two. Then when these guys need the striker, just be like, cool, you want 140 million? There's Tammy Abraham.
Yeah, no need to mess with his price right now. It is what it is. He's a young English striker with potential. So yeah, no need to cut his price right now.
Lewis.
Yeah.
Lewis.
Yo.
There's 500 people watching. How come there's less than 120 likes? Come on.
Come on, guys.
Come on, man. Let's get this up. Let's try and match it. Come on, guys. Lewis does this every day, sometimes multiple times a day. Come on. Let's do this. What? It's a therapy session sometimes on these.
Yesterday at work because Wayne threatened to take his top off if they didn't get to
if you don't like this video, that means you're a Spurs fan or an Arsenal fan, all right? If you don't like this video, you ain't got that guy.
Yeah, if you don't get to 250 likes, then you'll have to deal with topless fatter. And
good.
Yeah. God. Yeah, so get to 250 likes. Let's go. Come on. Smash the like and subscribe.
We'll all do it. If you don't like it,
anyway,
topless stream from now on.
We're all gonna go topless.
Yeah, I mean you don't want that, do you?
Mose will switch his camera on and he'll go topless too.
Exactly.
I'll join in solidarity, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's got good stats,
Hey, 170 likes. Let's go. Come on.
What's exactly one in the defensive third?
It's the
most clearance, most passes in position.
You don't want to see us topless? What the fuck, bro?
Come on, man. I've been working on my body for months now. Taking a piss.
Guys, I'm hitting the gym, man. I can't believe it.
So have I, just in the wrong way.
Unbelievable stuff, man. I'm hitting the gym. Fucking hell.
You lot don't want this 18+ stream, but it is what it is. It's fine.
AC hasn't got that contract extension yet.
What?
AC hasn't got that contract extension yet.
Nope.
Yeah, no one's had their contracts extended yet. Rudiger's a bigger question mark, though. Like Christensen, I'm sure of it. Sevilla wanted Christensen in the deal, but Chelsea said no.
Oh, hell,
because they're trying to re-sign him.
Happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You know the type of stream we'd be having if that was the deal?
Oh my god!
You thought the Tammy stream was negative. Just you watch if that deal was going through.
You would have cussed the shit out of Kounde, innit?
Yeah. Oh, Kounde agenda's stop running for years if that happens. I mean, you better be fucking Maldini reincarnated. I will carry you for every misplaced pass, every out of position move, every goal conceded. You might not even be on the pitch. I'ma still go at you.
He'd be like the guys who go after Jorginho, but still, you know.
My agenda would be worse than Go AM's Tammy agenda.
Wow. Now that is.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Jesus.
You guys think they'll extend both Rudiger and Christensen though, or do you only think they'll extend one?
I think they want to.
Christensen definitely gets extended for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I don't think there's a lot of a dispute in that. Rudiger, there's a bit more of a dispute because he wants more money.
Yeah. I think Rudiger will get if they can do it. I think they'll try and extend Rudiger by 3 years, and they'll try and probably give Christensen 4 to 5 on the extension, only because of their ages. That's all. Christensen will go up to 30 if the contract ends, and Rudiger goes up to 32. I think when the contract ends, so last big payday as well for Rudiger. So I can understand why he might be stalling a bit.
How much is Kurt Zouma on?
How much is he on? I think he's on only about 40 grand a week or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zuma's on 40k.
Baba Rahman's on 95.
Just
think of that. Just think of that. Just think of that. Baba Rahman's on 95.
Yeah, but you saw that cross, the Broja. Come on now.
That's true. He did.
That's
more
a
than
95k a week cross.
He did more than Alonso did. So you know, I can't. You know,
worth it. Worth it. It's weight.
If we had Zouma on 40k this whole time, we have robbed him blind.
No, but if he's been here for so long, he must have had an extension.
That's what I'm thinking. This doesn't make sense.
He's been here. I think he's been here since 14. Was it 14? Yeah, I think we signed him in 14. So he must have had one. He must have had He must have had an extension. You're right.
No, but I do think Zouma is someone that honestly, he is underappreciated, man. We go through this sort of thing with him where we appreciate him a lot, and then we just cuss the shit out of him as soon as something happens, and it's unfortunate, man. Because I do like the guy. I can't even lie.
Well, that's sort of the problem, bro, right? Like I like him too, but there's just too much inconsistency there, right? It's like some games he'll make those sweet tackles on a guy like Sterling, and then there's games where he'll nut the ball and a goal gets scored because of it or something.
Yeah, Zouma had an extension in 2017.
Oh, there we go. It must have been around his injury time, right?
I think right after, right?
No, that's when he went to Stoke. He went to Stoke with the same deal.
Okay.
Wait a minute. AC plus 60 mil is a good deal for... Wait a minute.
Artem, explain yourself. Explain yourself.
Where are you going with this?
What is this? Well, what are we doing, man? Why are we doing this?
Don't try and trigger Lewis, man. You know how emotional he is about AC.
I'm not even triggered. I'm not triggered.
Yeah, you are, man. Every time someone says something about AC, it's like,
I
can
man.
see it, man. It's like I can see it.
Man. I'm calm. I'm calm.
Man.
I'm calm. I'm just asking a question. I'm just saying, why? Why is that a fucking good deal? Why?
AC's gonna play a whole lot of games next year.
I'll be honest there. To me, it's what's more annoying is the 60 mil that is on top. Like, what the fuck?
Oh fuck yeah! I didn't even deep that. You know.
You just thought straight swap.
Man said straight up 200 million for Kounde. What is this? What is this?
Flipping hell, man.
200 million.
200 million for Kounde. He's good, but he ain't that good. He will be that good in time.
AC's worth 140.
Someone said it in there, but I agree with whoever said that. I don't know who said that, but whoever said that, I agree with you, innit? I think you're onto something.
All right, Lou, I gotta jump my man, but everyone have a good weekend.
Bless, guys.
Hopefully we get some news in the coming days. Yeah,
take care, bro.
Big up, bro.
Right. To be honest, I think is there any other transfer news? Conor Gallagher's gone to Crystal Palace on loan. We already knew that, but that's done now.
That's good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he shouldn't have stayed at Chelsea. I was saying that throughout the summer. Like he needs more game time to develop and get better. And if anything, the Bournemouth game proved that.
Yeah,
Guy, I'm asking, is Lewis's AC agenda more insufferable than Johnny's Mason Mount? How is either of our agendas insufferable?
I can't lie in it. Like they're both like proving their point in it so far. So at the moment they're allowed to have their agendas. Like it is what it is.
I will say, I do come out and admit when he plays poorly. Man City, when Jesus put him in a spliff for 45 minutes, I came out here and I said he played shit. Because he did. Like, I'll come here and I'll firm it. I don't mind. My whole Christensen agenda was that he wasn't getting his fair credit throughout the season. He was one of the most hated guys in the squad. Now, we're putting him up in debates with Ruben Diaz, Virgil van Dijk. You're putting him up against fucking Rafael Varane. He's in the right position. I don't have to say too much anymore.
Lewis, do you know what's funny? If in the other case here, if Johnny's Mason Mount in a shit game that Mason Mount has, he'll be like, well, what was N'Golo Kante doing? What was that other motherfucker doing?
I don't think I've heard Johnny say
Johnny will deflect in it. That's the only issue in it. So
he can tell me if it's different, but I don't think I've heard him say that.
No, bro, I've heard him say it on Spaces, in it. It's funny as hell.
That's the for fuck's
bro.
sake,
During the England tournament, yeah, bro, he cussed everybody else out, and he wasn't willing to say Mason Mount.
Yeah, no, I remember that. We had so many streams over the Euros, and he was like, Mason Mount wasn't shit, and he was
man,
he wasn't shit, but he wasn't great.
He wasn't great, but man said, yeah, but who else has been great?
He did have a good campaign in the Euros.
Besides cross the ball, what else did he do? I was like, fucking hell.
Oh, mate. Well, you know what? I thought Mason Mount was just burnt out anyway because he's played so much for us this season. I don't want him to start the season for us. I can't lie.
He's not a 10. Listen, he's not a 10. And Southgate tried to play him as a 10. It just doesn't work. He's a very hard-working 8. A very hard-working 8. And he's tactically flexible, apart from sitting in the pivot. Like, he's going to have a good...
He's like a bit of a hybrid when he plays for us because he's a 10 but he drops deeper.
But I don't think he's a 10. I think he's like a very hard-working 8. I don't think he can do that stuff in the middle. I think he does better wider, coming in from deep. Stuff
you
like
sure?
that.
I feel like it's the team because Tuchel, he balled out in the 10s for us.
I don't know if he did, though. I think he was more off to the side, essentially. I don't think he was actually what we consider a 10. Really.
This is the thing, though. Like,
and he does a good thing defensively as well. If you notice, like in the semi-finals against City and the 2 legs against Real Madrid, he done a cracking defensive job on like Modric and Cruz.
I think he's a hybrid, guys. That's what I think he does. He does more of a hybrid job, and unfortunately, what ends up happening is in these types of formation, like the England one, for example, right? It didn't really have a number 10. When you look at the way we set up, it was just he wasn't where you would expect him to be. So to me, I'm like, he's not playing as a number 10.
Yeah,
so
4-3-3 you can't play a 10 in a 4-3.
Yeah, it was just
3-4-3 anyway.
Yeah, it was just weird, innit? Like, that's why I was like, people like screaming at him saying he's not doing a number 10 job. Guys, we're not playing with a number 10. Why are you not?
I think you're right. He is a bit of. I think he's. I would probably lean. Yeah, I know I said hard-working 8. Maybe he is a bit of a hybrid, but I don't see him as an established 10.
Yeah, he's not.
Do you know what I mean? Like what we think of a 10 is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the one that can, like.
But he's
maybe
tactically fluid, which is what helps.
Oh, he's very flexible, and I think he's going to be. He's going. Especially if we go. I've always thought, especially if we go to a 4-3-3 or 4-2-2. I always thought he would be the one that he'll play, who can then change the formation to a defensive 4-3-3. We get counter-attacked and leave the other 3 up there.
That's the versatility he gives you, though. But that's because he's that good in the midfield, but he drops deep a lot more to get involved in playing. That's why you don't see him as a 10.
Someone said in a stream apparently that Mount is a false 8. What the hell does that even mean?
What is a false 8? No, that must have been Klasra. That must have been Klasra.
Oh my god, there
must have been Klasra. Big up, come on, you Blues TV, saying Arsenal are shite. Much appreciated, and also complete facts. Guys saying he ain't a 10, hybrid of a 10 and an 8, slightly advanced 8. And so he's not false. I don't know what a false 8 is.
I don't know. That's
no clue.
That's class logic.
And so he's a hybrid, both a Brexit and passion merchant. Pick up yourself, Diane. False
Tappy,
9, not count
Tappy.
as 10.
I can't believe it, bro.
Fucking hell, man.
Oh dear Lord, you can't even help him.
Nah, Klasref, man. Klasref is a treasure. Absolute
Oh,
treasure,
my
man.
days. Absolute madness, man.
But yeah,
I'm sorry,
guys, drop any other questions that you guys have. We'll answer a few of your questions before we wrap up the stream.
So
Because there's
have
not really a lot of
the
transfer news.
panel, guys. So
Yeah.
Jack Grealish being targeted by Man City for 100 mil. Do we think this adds to the strength of Man City in terms of being title contenders, etc., so on and so forth?
I don't know because he's a very good player. Actually, I think he's going to turn a great player of City, but they're sort of in the same situation as we are. We're needing a clinical striker. They don't have one. I know they won. Everyone's going to say, "Oh, they won the league without a striker." That's great, but how long can you do that? I know Jack Grealish is great, everything like that. I wouldn't have thought he was their priority. Also, I'm still not convinced they're going to pay 100 million because that means they're going to have to do something they have never done before. And they're all about you know, they've shown previously they're not all about big spending like that, and it's big turnaround as well. So I'm not convinced yet. I need to see it. I just don't at the moment. Seeing is believing, and they haven't done it yet. So.
No, but like, I think they can do really well without a striker because Pep's played without a striker before. He's had Messi in the middle.
Lewis.
And I know it is Lionel Messi. I completely understand that, but it's also about the tactics anyway. Because there's still the tactical understanding that needs to be. Obviously, Messi's fucking quality, like he's better than anyone we've ever seen, probably ever. But it still doesn't mean like that same system can't be implemented in another team.
Lewis.
It just depends on the quality of the team.
If they don't get a striker and we get Haaland, we're beating them to that title.
Lewis say ending stream. Tappy's value is going down the toilet and needs to be discussed. Bro, Tammy's fee will go back up towards deadline day. That's the way I perceive this entire situation.
Please go.
His value's going down the toilet right now because like his performances need to fix up.
Oh, go ahead. You're the best. Go ahead.
Like, you guys, do you think if we kept this deal, if we kept Tammy Abraham towards the end of the transfer window, do you not think a few more clubs would get some interest from him and then we could start bidding more?
There is possibility. There is possibility for that. I think though, if we
Haaland just scored apparently.
Did he look interested in doing it?
Kill me.
Has he? I don't know. Someone just. But
if we sign him, I don't know.
Jordan, if you're wrong, bro, I need you to send me a postcode in it. We need to have a conversation.
I think if we sign Haaland, then I think he goes like immediately within the next like 48 hours after that or something.
For fuck's sake, it's offside apparently.
He didn't care.
Oh, here we go.
Oh dear Lord.
Deals FC says, do you think Borja will be the backup striker for us this season? Nah, I don't think so. I think he goes on loan. It'd be better for him too.
Okay.
Goyam says, actually end the stream. What more could I say about Tappy that hasn't already been said about Marouane Shamak's hairline? Goodness me, Shamak's hairline is a big throwback.
He's gone old school. Good Lord, he's gone old school with that one.
Man's compared his form to Shamak's hairline.
Oh, Shamak's hairline, ugh.
Good God.
Wait, was Shamak's hairline bad? Like someone how bad was it?
Break,
oh my God.
No, do you hear the disgust from Fata?
Oh man.
That weren't even mocking it. That was just disgust. He was like, ugh.
That was wrong.
Oh my
that was
God.
Just wrong. You violate.
Oh wait, have Arsenal announced Ben White?
Yeah.
Oh, if that's the case, Shameless FC is definitely cancelled.
Romano done it.
Shit,
Romano announced it last night.
Yeah, they signed it for 50 million. Yeah, it's already confirmed.
Yeah.
It's confirmed by Sky Sports.
Yeah, it was shame. For everyone else here, Shameless FC will be tomorrow. We ain't gonna do it today. Yeah, cool. What was it? Share the screenshot of Shamak's hairline for these Insta.
No, this is mad, bro. I've just seen it. Fucking hell.
Wait, have you never seen it?
Bro, I didn't realize it got that bad. I'd stopped watching this guy after Arsenal, bro.
Oh no, he's been done bad. Oh no.
I want to know where Go-AM. I want to know where Go-AM found this Shamak's picture. What was he doing to find Shamak's picture?
Honestly, that's bad. Situation's bad, bro. It's bad.
Man said Tammy's form is like this. That's disrespectful.
Oh my god.
My god.
That's pure disrespect.
No,
Actually,
Go-AM's
has it
agenda,
got better?
bro.
His hairline might have got better, you know.
Oh, he's definitely had the treatment, isn't he?
He's
He's gone Turkey, isn't he?
Yeah, he's gone Turkey. Yeah.
Rightly so, man. Well done, man.
He can afford it.
Out of nowhere, has Go-AM just propped Tammy Abraham?
Yeah.
He might have done.
He didn't-
He might have just propped Tammy Abraham, you know.
I think
His hairline's looking all right.
I think Go-AM didn't look further down the page. I think he only looked at the top 2 lines.
Yeah, Go-AM. You need to rethink this, bro. I don't know what happened, bro. You needed to do research.
Yeah, I can't lie. You might have just propped up Tammy Abraham there.
Might have, yeah, accidentally, yeah.
First time for everything on this stream.
I think you've slipped up there. You've done a Stevie G. You've slipped up.
Go-AM is now choking right now. He's choking.
He's going no. He's going no.
He's like, oh, for fuck's sake, man.
Crofty's Millie rocking somewhere. Big up Mo Welly saying, where will Chelsea finish in the table if nobody is signed this season? I still think even without a transfer, we could probably end up finishing top 3. Because, I'll be real, I feel a lot of people are low-key sleeping on Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz, even if we end up having to give him the keys, I'm confident in Kai Havertz. He just needs a more powerful shot. Improve your shot power and it's all good. Yeah, Go-AM, it's a sticky one for you still, man.
Sorry, no. Don't say fucking transplants, bro. It is what it is, bro. You give him props.
Oh shit! Yeah, Crofty's Tammy out as well. Everybody's turn.
Oh yeah, Crofty. Yeah, Crofty. It took the
Crofty. What's your line, innit?
It took the Bournemouth friendly.
Go-AM had a nightmare, bro. He gave him a prop without meaning to, but it's fucked anyways.
Crofty took the Bournemouth friendly to turn around.
Yeah, everybody like Hajir is the biggest Tammy guy I know, and even he turned after that game. Tammy follows him on Twitter, and he's still just like, yeah, I can't defend this first half. Still, at least he's going to be at the Emirates, and he likes playing at the Emirates.
He does. Maybe it'd be like, oh, no.
Man said I broke Crofty.
Thoughts on Pulisic? The people saying he should leave after this season if he's average are deluded. I think it only depends on the price tag. If someone wants to drop 70 million for Pulisic, he's going. But no one's dropping 70 million for Pulisic, so I doubt he goes.
This has to be said, yeah, but let's end this madness, where we cancel players under the age of 24, bruv. Like saying that that's it, their career is done or they're shit. Like they can't improve or get better, bro. Come on, man. Like I think die.
I think if he has an injury hit season this season, then next summer Chelsea have got a big dilemma about whether to carry on with him because he's had a lot of injuries and he's only 22. So it's pretty. Obviously, I know he's a fantastic player, but how much does his injuries offset how much we're going to get him? We're going to get him to play for us. Do you know what I mean?
He brings in so much money too. So.
I know. I understand, and that would always.
That's why I'm saying even if his form dips, like it would take about 60, 70 million to get rid of him, which is why you won't get rid of him.
His form was rubbish at the end of the season. It was after the Real Madrid first leg. It was rubbish.
I know, but even then, we wouldn't sell him unless it was 70
that's what I mean. I'm not worried about his form in and out. I'm worried about if he gets injured. All the time. Do you know what I mean? That's where I go, as much money as you're bringing in.
He needs to be available for games.
That's why I get the Hudson-Odoi Pulisic argument.
Yeah.
But one has way more availability than the other.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the argument's won and lost.
Yeah. One's bringing in tons of cash as well.
So, yeah. That's, I mean, one's more marketable. Another one's more fit. Yeah, another one has a better peak. The other one could have a better ceiling. You don't know, which is why this Cho and Pulisic debate is going back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, but with Cho is inconvenienced from the perspective of being played in so many different positions, and honestly, he's still done a decent job. I do think that Cho definitely gets disrespected for someone who's had to deal with what he's had to deal with, on top of the fact that he's not being played in his preferred position in comparison to others.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But you're right. He just needs to get games this year.
Yeah,
agreed. Yeah, 100%.
Like, it don't matter. Like, I know right wing back is not his position, but it still be good for him because he still needs to get in that game shape because he's going to take a while to recover from.
That's true.
But I was going to ask you guys a question about Kounde. So if we get Kounde right, so watching us last season, I felt like one of the reasons why Reece James wasn't going forward as much a lot of times because like Aspie struggled with pace whenever he dealt like with pacey players. So I don't think a lot of times Reece like one or Tuchel instructed him not to go upfield too far because he didn't want to like leave Aspie on the island with somebody. But I think with Kounde and Christensen like rotating that spot, Reece James be able to go upfield much more. They'll be
agree with that.
They'll be able to handle like pacey players that play on the wing on the other team.
I would agree with your statement. I think that makes a lot of sense. I do think that's why he also tried what's his name, and Reece James obviously at that right at the centre backs, for a reason to try and see if that could be a potential solution for this upcoming season. But obviously I think they didn't have Kounde necessarily in mind for that, and that's probably why now that's going to be a thing. The one thing I have to agree with you as well is that Reece James going back quite often or not going forward often enough is something that personally has bothered me, especially when he's playing at that right wing back position, because I do think his strength lies in being able to provide the crosses and provide that width. But the problem is we've not really seen it.
I feel like he got more forward when he was just playing right back under Frank than he did the right wing back.
I agree. Yeah, he did.
Which hurting me because I'm like, you have extra. But like I said, I think it's maybe because Aspie, like he's a great defender, but he did struggle with pace.
There was a game, if you
remember. It's always the recovery of Aspie for me.
There was a game in particular.
Chilwell is allowed to go so far upfield because we know he's better attacking player than defending, even though his defending is pretty good. But he knows he has Rudiger behind him, so kind of can leave him isolated. With Aspie, like it's not the same. You need to provide a little help for him.
It's weird because there was a game in particular for me that showed me something, which was that Reece James not going forward was a tactical decision when in that Man City game, I can't remember which competition it was that we played in, but he kept on starting to skin, what's his name, Mendy.
Oh, it's the Premier League. It was a 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. And Tuchel was telling him to do it. He wasn't doing it beforehand. Tuchel then started telling him, like, yo, you need to beat your man. And by doing so, it really created a lot more opportunities for us. So from that perspective alone, I'm like, yeah, either it's tactical or Reece James has just formed this habit of, like, not necessarily trying to do those things to try and make it a bit more diverse in terms of what he does on that side. So hopefully we do see more often that he does something like that and gets crosses into the box. I mean, I watched a combo not long ago where basically Reece has put in so many crosses into the box for Tammy or other players, and the amount of misses we've had that are unforgivable is shocking, bro. I almost depression for me, that one.
I think Reece is like he's one of the best crossers in the Premier League. Like if you play the crosses that he puts in, are amazing, but we just didn't have anybody.
Wait, say that again. You just broke up a little bit.
I said for Reece, like he's one of the best crossers in Premier League, but we just didn't have anybody to finish him.
Yeah, Reece could have had about 20, 30 assists in 2020 just alone. But it all went to Tammy and Timo Werner and Pulisic. It just got ruined. I remember seeing Giroud come in for one game against Leeds and he scored off a cross in like 5-10 minutes. I was like, here we fucking go, man. Poor Reece James, he got robbed. If he had a better striker in front of him the whole of 2020, he'd be looked at as the best right back in the league.
100%, I would agree.
But it's only because the assists aren't there. And that's not his fault.
You know what, though? It's weird because I do blame not just Tammy, but a lot of the players for not finishing the chances. Because when
it's all the strikers we've had. Like, it goes to the start of January. Do you remember the Nottingham Forest game where Batshuayi just hit everywhere but the net from Reece James crosses?
Yep, I remember. Even but see, this is where a lot of people will say trend. But it's like you look at the players that are like playing in the front for Liverpool. They're not the tallest. They're not the most prime like target people. but they do it because the reality of it is there's a pattern, there's an understanding for doing something like this. Whereas with Chelsea, sometimes my annoyance came from the fact that we do it, but it looks like the front players haven't been told that we're gonna cross or we're gonna do this type of shit. It's almost like they have to accidentally end up there, or Reece James just happens to find them in there. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like Liverpool, they just have better players to receive the crosses. They've got players that make smarter runs into the box. And they've got players that are more physical too. Salah's physical. Firmino's physical. Mane, I'm not really as sure of, but someone can correct me if he is or if he isn't. I'm not really too sure on that
He's
one.
not the most physical, but he's intelligent. I would say.
So smarter runs as well from him too.
All the stats. If we get
with us, you've got Pulisic that's too weak. Werner that gets bullied in the air. Tammy gets bullied in the air. Ziyech is delivering.
Out of all the players, Pulisic is the only one I can't cuss when it comes to crosses being put into the box, because more often than not, he makes the right runs. He's in there. He's trying.
No, for me, it's more like if you're crossing to Christian Pulisic, I'm blaming the crosser.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think.
Why are you crossing? Do you remember the Man City game?
Yeah.
Where it was just Reece James crossing to Pulisic and Werner all game. Actually, tell a lie, I was blaming Lampard for that. I was like, what? Was our tactics just cross to Pulisic for 90 minutes?
What summed up the cross in Inter was the away game at Arsenal. We were losing 3-1 or 3-0. And Tammy Abraham crossed it in for the only person in the box, and that was N'Golo Kante.
Dear Lord.
Wait, was it Tammy that made the cross?
Tammy made the cross for N'Golo, yeah. Tammy made the cross
for N'Golo, out of all
and he was the only one. He was the only one in there, man. He was the only one in there.
Fucking hell, man. We were done dirty that game. Tell you what, you think the Chelsea fan base, that was peak toxic Chelsea fan base, where we deserved to be in that.
I think that was it. I think that's when I flipped. I went, I can't do it anymore.
No. Arsenal way, I was like, Lampard, you've been put in a spliff. City was like, yeah, you might not be the guy for the job. Leicester City, nah, get rid of him. It was when he said we're not capable of winning the league. I was like, no, you ain't capable of winning the league. Out. I'm done now.
I was done after that. Boxing
Go AM to answer your question. Overall, I'll take Reece James. But I do think that Trent Arnold at the moment, because of his attacking ability and ability, as well as just the proven amount of games he's had, I do feel like I have to pick him for now. But if someone said to me on paper right now, who would you pick? I do think Reece James offers a bit of both, and it's much more better balance in my eyes.
Well, I think Reece is much better defensively.
He is. Yeah.
I think Trent should be a right midfielder. I don't think he should be a right back. Like if you're playing with back three, but I just see him get skinned too much as a right back.
But for me, it's very even because Reece is better defensively. Trent is better going forward. I think Reece is also underrated going forward because of how shit the players in the middle are when he puts his crosses in. I also think Reece James had a much better first half of the season than Trent, and Trent's had a much better second half of the season than Reece James. So it's a very even debate. Like, you could pick either, and like you couldn't really say, "Oh, you're an idiot for thinking that." Like personally, I'm gonna be biased and I'm gonna go for Reece James, but I understand people going for Trent as well. I completely get it. Trent's a quality right back too, but I just think Reece James is better defensively, and potentially could have a higher ceiling. You don't know. We'll have to see in the next few years.
I would agree with you, Lewis, there. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't tell. Right now, they're both two very quality right backs. But there's no reason to say Reece James isn't at his level. There's no reason to say that. Any other final... Go on.
The only reason why sometimes people have that type of argument is because obviously one has played more games in the first team and has done it in Champions League and this and that. But obviously now we can say the same for Reece James. That was the actual argument that people used to have. However,
Reece is going to be the man. He's built like a tank. You know, he can run up and down that wing. No one can budge him off anything. He's got a great delivery already, and I think he's got a good shot on him as well. Also, yeah. Remember this guy. Just the way he's built. I mean, I think the season before last, some guy in Brighton game jumped up against him and he dislocated his shoulder. just jumping up against Reece. Reece is just, he's just it. He's going to get so much better. And he's only 20. Was he 21? Something like that. But he's going to get so much better. And if we get a striker, or hopefully Kai's quite good at the heading. So, hopefully his stats go up as well. So,
yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. We've got a final few questions before we wrap up the stream. Mount, Saka, Foden, or Greenwood? Here's the thing. Like, genuinely, all four of them are ridiculous. Saka's carried Arsenal. Foden's been a revelation for City's second half of the season. Greenwood is the best finisher out of all of them. And Mason Mount, I think, is the most versatile in midfield. So I'm not really too sure, because you're also asking for players in different positions.
Yeah,
but
I think Mount's going
to. I'm going to be biased and pick Mason Mount.
I think Mount. Listen, I think Mount is going to have a longer and more successful career than any of them. But I think he's going to work on his talent as well. I think the others may be more naturally gifted. But I think Mount is of a mindset where he works on his craft, and he'll get better. And that, for me, that means he'll have a longer, sustaining, successful carear. So that's what I think.
For me, Mount, I'm not too sure about, because if we continue to overplay him, I see him taking the Wayne Rooney.
Oh, that's the only thing. Yeah, that's the only thing. If you overplay him, he's going to get burnt out by the time he's 25. So
that's the thing. I like Mason Mount being in the squad and everything, but you play him too much, you are going to burn this guy out too early, and by about 29, his legs will be gone.
Yeah, we'll have a Rooney situation.
Bro, I don't want that. Like, protect him. He's still young. He doesn't need all of this game time.
I
don't care how energetic he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's unfair, like, to have, like, which one is better, because it all depends, like, on what your team needs. So they all bring different things to your team. So I couldn't even, like, pick. Like, of course, I'm going to go, like, Mason Mount is on my team. He's one of my favorite players. So, but overall, it all depends on your team needs.
Yeah, I would agree the same thing as well. I think from
the different positions and everything.
Who do I enjoy watching? I would say Foden for me is someone that I enjoy watching because I like the way he plays. But that's just me liking how he plays. If someone said to me who's proven, who's more valuable, then when you put all four there, I would say Mason Mount at the moment is the most valuable to his team.
Yeah, dude, like with Greenwood, I think Greenwood has potential to be a 20-goal season striker. Like his finishing is that good. That's why, like, a lot of people saying that Haaland don't move this year, he might go to Man U next year. Well, I don't think that. And one of the main reasons is I think Mason Greenwood's gonna have a big season, and they'll have their striker of the future.
I mean,
they need to start taking Greenwood more seriously, because I can't lie. Even last season when he first broke out into the squad, you tried to drop agenda. But then it was like, nah, this guy's finishing is just too good. Jay is the rudest finisher I've seen for his age.
Saka is someone that gets brought up quite a lot. And I see the good talent that the player has. But he's the best out of a bad bunch. Like, his actual stats are 46 games in all competitions, 7 goals and 10 assists. And they were trying to tell me Havertz, who had a horrible season, who had 45 games, 9 goals, 9 assists in all competitions. Now, when you put that shit on the table like that, it's like, fam, he's not in Havertz's worst season. This guy's barely done anything to differentiate himself, and Saka's had way more minutes. Do you get what I mean? So when you start putting things down to those type of levels, it's like it starts to show you where sometimes some people's level of rating a player at different clubs are like they're just completely different. Do you get what I mean? Arsenal finished 8th. They're rating very differently to how a Chelsea would rate their team, or how a Man City would rate their team, etc., so on and so forth.
Yeah. Now I think with Saka it's the same thing as Mount. Like, Arteta plays him way too much. And he's even younger than like Mount, so he definitely gonna run him into the ground if he keeps playing them every single game.
Yeah. It's just weird. I think everyone sometimes has like that bias it's just clearly there, but it's like you'll tell them like, they'll tell you, yes, Saka had a wonderful season, and it's like, okay, you look at the stats, and the stats are there, and then I'm like, well, you say Havertz has had a horrible season. Well, you look at the stats, I'm like, fam, they're barely any difference here. Like, what do you mean? So that guy's best season is this, and you lot are raving about him. and you lot are shitting on this player who played his first season in this league, who's had COVID, who's barely played any same amount of minutes, and played in two different managers. It's like, come on, like don't like jump the gun in it. That's the thing for me. It's like, if you're gonna come consistent with certain things, be consistent, be fair, be objective in it. If not, just be honest in your bias and say I'm being biased.
Nah, I expect like between 12 to 14 goals for Havertz in the league this year. That's my expectation.
Yeah, I don't think that's unreasonable. Where he plays. And he's good at he's good at heading as well. I think he's underrated with his heading.
Yeah, he
so
get a little better, but overall, yeah.
Yeah, big up Come On You Blues CV as well, saying hopes for Ruben Loftus-Cheek this season. What percentage do you give him to turn into a destroyer 6? Is that what they're trying to do with Ruben? Turn him into a destroyer?
I don't
They're
think. Yeah.
Who are they trying to
Ruben
turn into destroy?
Loftus-Cheek.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Ruben as a 6. Nah, he's an 8.
Yeah,
He's meant to drive with the ball. No, he doesn't sit.
He's a power rate as well.
Yeah, he's a powerful player. I'm not too if Tuchel can get that out of him, go for it. But I haven't really seen him in that sort of role.
He's back can do that going forward. So playing him in the destroyer 6 would just make no sense.
Yeah, no, that don't make sense to me. I think as an 8, there's a chance for him to be a depth role for us for this season. But as a 6, not too sure. Go ahead and said Kazi, Klasref, Johnny, or Surfer. What? Pick 1 out of the 4.
Face boxing. We need fatal 4-week boxing.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a tournament.
Because when because someone said Foden.
No, we need fatal 4-way.
Yeah. Fatal 4-way TLC match. So it was.
If I have to pick 1, I'd probably pick Klasref because Klasref is fucking hilarious.
I'll give Kazi 10-1.
I will, if Klasref made a YouTube channel, I would lock in, I would subscribe, like, super chat, everything.
You don't know what he's going to say.
I'd enjoy it. I would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, he needs to make a YouTube channel quick, man. I don't even care what waffle he's saying for an hour and a half. I'd listen to all of it. It would be hilarious.
I'll give Kazi 10-1 on this.
Arsenal just announced their Ben White, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've seen that. They just got fleeced again. If they can pay 50 for Ben White, they can pay 40 for Tammy Abraham.
Oh, yeah. They could pay more.
It's a good deal, guys. Just
Tammy for probably about 60 at least.
No, I don't think he is, but I would charge Arsenal 60 just to spite them. Listen.
Jack Pender saying starting 11 for next season. Let's say with the signings. Starting 11 with the signings. For me, I think we still go back 5, right?
Yeah.
Right, so back 5. Mendy, Reece James, right wing back.
Yeah.
Kounde, Silva, Rudiger is our strongest back 3.
What?
Left wing back, Ben Chilwell.
What am I hearing here?
In midfield, we'll go Kante, Jorginho, and then Havertz, Mount, Werner. That's what I think.
I'm sure you never put AC in the back.
You said strongest. I think Silva still gets saved for the strongest games of the season.
Wow. See,
and
no agenda. See, guys. No
I think Kounde gets
in the back. You didn't put AC in the back.
But there's no bias.
I'd want to see Christensen there, but I think Kounde's price tag also pushes him into a squad a little bit.
I think AC will play down the middle center back.
Yeah, I expect Christensen to still get a lot of game time anyway, because I don't think Silva will play that much.
Or Ashby.
Yeah. Once all the competitions kick off, 100%, I agree with you. I think rotation is 100%.
Yeah, so I don't mind with that too much. You'll see Christensen get fair game time. You'll see Azpilicueta, everyone get fair game time. And we have, if we get Kounde in and we sell Zouma, we have the strongest batch of centre-backs in the league.
Yes.
By a mile.
Yeah. Not
by
Liverpool.
An absolute mile. So we can rotate. I don't mind. Didn't I say Haaland?
No, you said Werner, Mount, and Havertz.
Oh, fucking hell. That was just a Champions League final thing with Kounde. Yeah, sorry. Haaland, Havertz, and fucking Mount Fuck's sake, man. I thought I forgot someone. I was thinking, wait, I swear we've got more targets coming in. Just forgot about fucking Erling Haaland.
Just, you know,
Capabilities next season.
just only a
Nothing with
150
Kepa
million
involved, that's
bench
a start.
player in it.
What was that?
That's what Haaland is. Haaland's just a 150 million bench player for us, innit? That's how good our squad is.
Hey, you know what? If I've said he ain't going to hit the ground running for Chelsea anyway, so I wouldn't be too surprised.
He's going to steamroller it. That's what he's going to do. He's going to steamroller it.
Please, Haaland, prove me wrong. I'd like nothing more than to stand here in January and say I chatted shit throughout the entire summer and I was wrong. I'm here for it. I want to be wrong, but I still don't really see it happening. But it is what it is.
Capabilities. Oh shit! Don't do this to us, Graham.
No Kepa. Marcus Bettinelli for number 2.
He's going to see Kepa definitely for a while in January. Don't worry, we'll definitely see that.
No, we've got a goalkeeper in now. Just loan
He's
Kepa
third
out.
choice.
Loan him out for the season. Someone else can do it.
We got 4 more years left.
Yes.
Yeah, but we need to get some transfer valuation up for this guy.
That's a good question.
What?
Who
Remember when
captain?
Willie Caballero texted the long shot reminder to Tielemans before the FA got... Man said it was Caballero. I can't be asked. But this is the problem. Tielemans' mate fucking belled him the night before the final and said, hey, you know it's Kepa starting, so you know what you got to do. You get the ball in space, lick it. Fucking lick it. 1 shot on target, 1 goal. Top corner. Kepa hasn't saved a single shot going to the top left or right corners in the last 2 years.
Nope, he gets lobbed.
That's a good question, though, guys. And who will captain Chelsea after Asby?
Jorginho. He's a vice captain, isn't he?
Yeah. For me, it's easy as well. Yeah, I would agree.
It'd be Jorginho, maybe Rudiger.
Mason.
They want us to say Mount.
It's Mount.
Us to say Mount.
Mount would be a potential.
If Johnny was here, Mount would be the one that comes out, innit?
Yeah, but Mount's already captained us too, so I wouldn't be too shocked if that happened.
Reece James captained the youth teams on the level, so
that's another potential as well.
So he captained them. So yeah.
It's Reece James, Asp. Give him a few years, let him get comfortable in the Premier League. You could say Erling Haaland.
No.
You want to talk to me about his mentality and everything like that? That's the mentality you'd want in the team.
Yeah,
so it should be a potential one too.
Well, Haaland's just going to tell them, give me the ball, bruv. That's it. I can't see him doing that role.
Man said Tammy, Emerson, Drinkwater.
Oh man.
But he's captaining the night out, that's all.
Why you gotta do us like this, bro? Drinkwater, you know? Serious?
Speaking of Drinkwater, man, like if he continues to have performances like this in pre-season...
No, Lewis, no, please don't start this.
He's got a depth role, man.
I beg you, bro,
Baba
please,
Rahman.
for the love of God, don't do this to us.
Do what? Like, here's the thing.
No, bro. You tweeted it the other night, bro. I told you, I beg you, please, bro, to stop doing that.
As a bench option, why not?
No, bro, he's not even good for bench, bro. Please let him get out of our club. For the love of God, bro, please.
But he's not getting out, though. He's got 1 year left on 120k a week. He's going to ride that out.
Yeah.
Lord, bro.
So we might as well just put him to some use.
That's true.
Bro, I'm coming to your house here if he fucks up a game for us, innit? That's what I'm going to say.
No, I'm not saying start him in any important games.
You're saying bench. You're saying bench, though. So imagine he comes on in a bench position. Nah, bro, I can't handle it, bro. Please.
No, because we'd have Kovacic come on first anyway.
Oh, dear Lord, bro.
Bro, I can't believe Alonso is gonna stay.
Come on, man. Believe in Drinkwater.
Oh my days, Lewis! Don't start this agenda. I beg you, bro. Please.
Hey, we were correct about AC. We could go again. DD Hive. Let's go.
Don't. There's levels to this, bro. Don't compare him to AC, bro. No, AC is different, bro. AC is different, bro. This guy should have Drinkwater should have never touched our club, bro. You know this.
He shouldn't have, but he's here. That was our big marquee deadline day signing, so we might as well run with it.
Oh my days! Him and Ross. No, it wasn't Ross Barkley. Who did we
Zappa
sign
Costa, man.
That's who it was.
Fucking Zappa Costa. Yeah, here we go. DD Hive starting to gain steam. Let's have it.
Let's fucking go. No, don't fall for this shit.
Come on, let's fucking have it. DD Hive, let's go. Come on, boys.
You know what? That's it, man. I'm starting my Michi Hive at this point, man. Fuck this.
See,
Ban all,
look at
ban
you.
all hives, man.
Look at
Ban
you,
all
man.
hives.
This is.
You're saying like, oh, don't do a Drinkwater hive. Come on, we're better with
Michi's
Michi
better,
hive.
bro. Michi's provided
Michi
better
hive.
than Danny Drinkwater. What do you mean, bro? Michi
Danny
scored in the
Drinkwater in
Champions League, bro.
17-18 was levels clear of
No,
anything
bro.
Michi produced.
Drinkwater scored a scream against Stoke. Michi scored against Ajax, bro. There's levels to this shit, bro. Allow this.
Man, come on, guys.
Bro,
what are we
fucking...
doing? What are we doing?
No, it's Lewis, bro.
You're comparing Drinkwater to Michy Batshuayi, man. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? This is how low we sunk. You didn't want to do Tammy versus
Someone said a
Batshuayi.
Bakayoko hive. That's it, bro.
But you're doing Drinkwater versus Batshuayi, man. Oh,
The
man.
Bakayoko hive, we are finished.
Oh, Timmy Bakayoko.
Oh my days. No, that's it, bro. The channel's gonna
Yeah,
get cancelled.
Bakayoko hive is where I draw the line. That is.
Oh man, I can't believe we just had like a 3-minute debate of Drinkwater versus
Hey,
Batshuayi.
I had some legs to stand on. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
man.
saying Michi, who scored important goals for us. Yeah.
Oh, your
What the
legs.
hell has Bakayoko and Drinkwater done for us,
man.
guys?
Oh,
What
good.
have they done for us?
What, you don't remember that chip against Huddersfield?
No, I remember that.
Oh
Yeah.
my days.
Come on, man.
My days.
What about that man of the match performance against Liverpool at home?
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
What about that winning goal for the flipping Premier League, bro, against West Brom?
That was limbs, bro.
Exactly,
just...
bro. Come on, man. He's brought us memories. That Ajax away in the European in Champions League, bro.
Yeah,
Come
but
on,
that's
bro.
Michi all over. Michi is amazing with his first touch. You give him any more than one touch, that's it. Michi should only touch the ball once, and then you're good.
Michi's double against Sunderland as well.
Please, guys.
Did man really say a double against a relegated Sunderland side?
Oh my god, I can't believe
I was there
this
for
far.
it. It was John Terrace retirement day.
I was there for it too, man. It don't mean it was any more memorable.
Please, Chelsea, sign some players for these guys, man. They're discussing Michi Batshuayi. This is what you've done.
Just sign some goddamn players, man.
Here we are, Michi v Drinkwater, man. Let's fucking go.
You wouldn't do Tammy versus
Let's start this Drinkwater, honestly.
Tammy wasn't the problem. Michi was the problem.
Oh god!
I will do a Tammy Drinkwater debate.
No, bro, no. Michi deserves better, bro.
No, please.
Go AM. I can't lie. I have to disagree with you on here. What are you doing, man?
No, go AM. You are absolutely a legend, bro.
What are you
a legend?
Oh my god!
Absolute
Michi
legend, bro.
Batshuayi is not. Tammy was injured. We brought on Michi against United, and he missed 3 1-on-1s and a half.
Wait a minute. He scored against United. He scored against United. Don't you remember that goal where he picked it up, bro? Literally
in the League Cup. Yeah, I remember that. I also remember him not pressing anybody for 60 minutes before that goal.
No, but he scored the goal, bro. Forget the rest, innit?
That is Michi, though. That sentence defines Michi. He scores a goal, forget the rest.
Oh my god, what have we become?
I tell you, this guy could not press a fucking light switch, let alone a player. I am good.
Man, good lord.
Can't pass, can't dribble. 3 managers in a row have said this guy has no understanding of basic tactics. I am good.
Nah, bro, this makes no sense, man. Michi all the way, bro. That was a fantastic goal, man. Bottom corner and that, bro. That was placement.
It was. I just wish he could do a bit more than that.
I feel
he's semi-decent.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, Michi versus Atletico, bro. How did I forget that? See, the brothers reminded me, bro. That's it, bro. I'm done, man.
I know, it was another amazing first touch finish. But that's all he's good for.
Nah, I don't know. I don't care, bro, man. The guy's done it, man. He's done it against big teams, small teams, you name it, bro. He's done it, bro. What do you want from Michi, bro? Michi's done whatever's been asked of him, man.
I could say the same thing for Tammy. Tammy's done it against the big teams and the small teams. Are we going to forget that Tammy scored in the Allianz Arena?
This is ridiculous.
Come on, man.
In the tap-in. Oh, shit, he did as well.
Yeah, Tammy scored in big grounds. He scored in small grounds. He scored in the Allianz Arena. He scored at the Emirates. He scored everywhere.
No, man, I'm not against Tammy in it. So it's not about the Tammy thing. For me, it's about the Drinkwater thing, bro.
Do you know when you...
And said Lampard or sorry, please respect Maurizio more, my guy, please.
Yeah. Jack, I'm sorry, bro. That's a howler, bro. How can he be even having that question?
There is no debate on that. No debate. Goem says Tappy is like pineapple
I
peas.
love Lampard.
We
but-
gave it a chance. It was disgusting,
That's,
and nobody wants to see it again.
Oh, that's so
True,
hard.
too right.
No, you know what? No, what's the
Wait,
new
wait a
pizza
minute.
that came
What's
out,
wrong
which was
with
I know you hate
Fish and chips pizza. That's it. Fish and chips pizza from Domino's. That's it.
No. Go away. Where are you going with this, bro? What's wrong with
He's
pineapple
right.
pizza,
Goem's
bro?
right. Goem's right.
I understand that, but we don't need to go over it.
Why don't you just put apple slices on it, mate? Yeah, or oranges, yeah.
Pineapple pizza is legit, bro.
Ridiculous pineapple on pizza. Come
It's
on.
legit, bro.
It's not legit, man.
Have you guys seen the fucking fish and chips pizza that's been coming out on Domino's?
What?
No.
Yeah, there's fish and chips pizza. I feel like that's a bit more.
Fish and chips is like a whole meal by itself.
Yeah,
right?
and Domino's are selling that as a pizza.
Whoever
God.
idea that was here, they need to be jobless for life, bro. What kind of fuckery is that, bro? Man, that's the type of shit you do at home, bro. And don't tell anybody else, bro. They sell that shit.
Yeah, man. One sec, I'll get a photo up on the thing now. Just give me a minute. Okay, that photo's not loading. Even my laptop don't want to see that shit.
No, because it's going
exactly.
It's going. How are we stringing out this stream talking about pineapple pizza?
I can't believe it, bro. It's
Transfer season, man. We are down horrendous.
It's not our fault, innit? The club has left us dry
This
on
isn't
what
even
to talk
bottom.
about.
This isn't even bottom of the barrel. This is underneath the barrel after you lift it up.
It's below bottom of the barrel. It's fish and chips pizza.
Oh my god, it's true.
God, that looks
Oh
horrible.
my god.
Fucking hell.
Good
Well, you man
Lord.
thought I was lying.
No,
Oh
oh my god.
Crispy
What
fish
a
and chips,
travesty.
lemon, potato slices, basil, tartar sauce, and tomato sauce.
Bro,
Jesus
that looks like it's been
Christ.
taken straight out of the bin, bro. Oh my days, that looks disgusting.
Still looks better than.
I don't knock it until you've had the slice, bro. You never know. It could be nice.
No. I've never tried that shit, bro. Are
It
you
looks
mad?
better than pineapple, I think.
No, oh hell! See, there's something wrong with you right there, bro. Andrew, you're cancelled, bro.
I never
You're
started to
cancelled
be
for that
cancelled.
madness,
I never
man.
started. So.
Man
The
said
guy
no,
I'm saying, to be fair, I'd rather have that pizza on my plate than Tappy on the pitch. But now I know you're chatting shit. I know you're chatting out your ass for that. You would not. No way. I'm not letting that near my mouth.
That looks
Oh
gross.
my
It does look
days,
gross,
bro.
man.
It looks
does look gross.
horrendous.
Why is there chunks of lemon in there, actually? Taddle's just
sorry.
said it. Why is that?
What's
Yeah, why
the
is-
black
no.
stuff? What the
Yeah,
hell
they
is the
do it.
black
No, they
stuff?
add the lemon when you go to like a restaurant and have fish and chips. They add lemon to it for some reason.
Is the black
It's
stuff
just-
basil?
What's the black
Or is that
stuff?
just
What is
seasoning?
that?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It's
God knows. But
God.
like, there's a lot of stuff that shouldn't be
Oh,
on there.
Crofty's right. That will stink as well.
It's
Oh.
God,
That
man.
stink.
That
No,
looks like
it'll stink of citrus because of the lemon.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. But
Yeah,
why?
it
lemon?
won't just stink of fish. It'll be
That
like
is
it's gonna
everything
be
that is
fried.
How
wrong with
big are the?
Oh
How
my
big are the?
God.
Wait, so is it battered? Is it battered cod? So is it like the battered fish?
Why is Mo lying, bro? Mo is lying, saying that's nice. I bought it yesterday. You didn't even know it existed, bro. Don't lie on here, bro. Please. Please, bro. Don't do this to us.
It's not black olives, is it? No, come on, it's not black olives.
There's no way you would have bought that, man. There's no way, bro.
Is it black olives?
Is
It can't
it
be
black
black
olives?
olives. It's not black olives, is it?
This is
No,
the
because
type
it
of
doesn't
food
say
that
there's
you
olives
eat,
in the
bro.
menu.
This is the type of food that you eat and you'll go straight to have a number 2 in the toilet, bro. It's fuck, man. It's absolute disgusting. This. Oh my days, bro.
Oh,
You know what? I'm
we'll have to
not-
have questions if you're
I'm
doing
sorry,
that.
I'm
shit.
going. I'm a fat bastard, but even I won't order that. I'm not having that. I'm
Nah,
not
this
having
is not the one, man.
I'm
Crofty,
not
why are you
having that.
asking how much is it? No, Crofty, don't do it.
How much
Why
is
not?
it? It's
Black
too
olives.
much. Whatever it is way too much. Way too much.
Oh, is it salmon? Oh, it's not salmon, is it? Oh, is it? No.
Why are we talking about food, you know?
It doesn't even
Lord.
specify.
Yeah, what fish is it? And is it the battered cod?
Oh my
The
days.
black
Make any
cod
sense.
fish, obviously.
Oh my.
Wait,
God.
Domino's actually had to apologize for making this pizza. You know.
Ah,
Yeah, they had to dead ass apologize
It could
for
be
it.
anchovies. Could be
I'm
anchovies.
glad.
anchovies, you know.
What is
That's out of
anchovies?
10 to
Little
the whole
fish.
chain, if I'm honest.
Apologize
Even
for
it-
fish and chips pizza that insults both England and Italy with free pizza offer.
Wow.
Mad. Well, found a way
so
to offend
much
both
of
of
them,
them. But
Oh.
yeah, We've gone from transfer news to Mishi v Drinkwater debates to pizza talk. We are down horrendous, and with that in mind, we're going to end this stream. Big up everybody that has been locked in. Another amazing stream. We aren't going to do Shameless FC. I think that's going to be tomorrow. So check it out then. Smash the like and subscribe button, and we'll be back tomorrow. Take care, like and subscribe, and as always, up the Chels.
Take care, guys.
Don't order that